to Pase. My name is John Smith, and Pase stands for Product and System Experience. Yes, that's a new one, right? Yes. Anyway, so first off, we're going to start off with our product for today, which is LOC, or Legacy of Clean, and Kenneth is going to show the video.
When it comes to cleaning and laundry products for your home, you want the best. We've been making safe and effective home cleaning products for more than 50 years, and we've learned a lot about making laundry, surface, and dish cleaners that are better naturally. Better because Amway home products clean exceptionally well and are highly concentrated, so you use less and save money. Naturally, because they contain key ingredients derived from nature, like coconut oil, orange oil, and aloe vera. They are biodegradable, dermatologist and allergy tested, and almost all recognized by the Environmental Protection Agency's Safer Choice program. Amway home products are safe, highly effective, and better for your family and your home. You deserve to know what you're bringing into your home. That's why we list all the ingredients in our products and never use harmful additives or chemicals. Our products are backed by Amway Promise with a 180-day satisfaction guarantee. Try Amway home products in your home and see and feel the difference.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So LOC our Legacy of Clean, or our pretty much our home care products where we can take care of our bathrooms, kitchens, everywhere around our house with environmentally friendly products that to me smell great and smell a whole lot better than bleach and ammonia and all that stuff. So now we're gonna get into customer huddle. So anybody have any experiences of sharing with the customer, selling to a customer, pretty much any of that, they can go ahead and talk about it. Anybody from Atlanta, Tallahassee, North Carolina now, North Kakalaki, that's what I call it.
Go ahead. Hello, I can go ahead. I actually just sold a bathroom cleaner, a kitchen cleaner, and also what was it? Oh, pre-wash liquid as well from LOC. And the good thing is with this customer, they actually did Amway before, so they knew the quality of the product, so it wasn't hard at all. The products themselves. But tips for sure when selling Legacy of Clean is the demos. You know, the demos speak for itself, and also the cost per unit sheet. You know, when I show my customers that, all the excuses they have for their brand, you know, is pretty much out of the window, because when they realize that they're saving money, then you know, they automatically go with, you know, which product will last longer or more quality and also cheaper in the long run. So I definitely say that's the way I pretty much get my customers' attention with the home products. And I like the home products because everyone needs them. You know, everyone washes their clothes. Everybody, you know, uses the cleaning products. So there's no way they'll be like, okay, I don't need that, because they do need it. You know, you just have to let them know why it's better than the original product they're using. So yeah, that's testimony for LOC.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Raj, you want to go?
Yep, I'll go ahead. Just last week, I was able to sell a dishwashing liquid to my sister. What happened was she had tried it one time, and she was in Tallahassee visiting me, and she was placing an order for XX, and I was kind of just asking her, you know, anything else you need, anything else, you know, you're low on right now, and she actually remembered, hey, that dishwashing liquid was really, really good. So she put that in her order as well. And that's just a lesson to make sure you follow up with your customers and make sure you ask them, is there anything else in your household you need to create that extra volume?
Awesome.
Good, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, hi guys. I really love LOC product, and it's awesome. I have two that I was able to sell the past 2 weeks. One of them is the multi-purpose wipes. And the good thing about it is because we were at the football game, and of course, at the football game, people hug, shake hands, and all that. And of course, the ladies go well prepared, and one of those is makeup, right? So, I got into talking with a guy, with a gentleman, and he just like when we FEMU actually you know, put in a goal. They were very happy. People are all over the place, hugging each other. And then we just jump out of our seat. And I was about to, scream and jump as well. And he came ahead and he wanted to hug me. And he saw that I have a little bit of makeup on my face. And he just hold his hand back like this. And I got a little bit kind of like, why did you have that reaction? I asked him right away, and he said, like, I just don't want your makeup to be on my white shirt. I started talking to him and said, I got you covered, and of course I have that multi-purpose wipe on it, and I said, let me try this. So I was wearing a white shirt, of course, so I put my hand my little shirt and put it on my face, and I have a little bit of that makeup on, is foundation. And I took one of that wipe and then started cleaning that up, and it was right away out on my shirt. So when he saw that, he got excited. He's like, really? Yeah. Where did you get that? It's like, man, this is awesome product. If you want me, let us exchange phone number, and then I can link you up. So that's why I got that one sold on the football game. And then the second one is the laundry detergent. Is awesome because I like it because it's very concentrated and you don't need much of it. And it comes into two things actually. It comes in a liquid and then a powder. I love the powder one because it has some crystal in it. So it's very strong and it fights stain very well. And it's up to 133 loads per that laundry, per bottle. And I think it's like 4 liters. So it's a lot. And you end up saving as well. So every customer loves those things. And when you have that the magazine. One thing that I do for my customer, I always walk around with that mini catalog with me, and then I talk about it. One thing, seeing is believing. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Good job.
Jeff, you want
Awesome.
to go real quick?
Good stuff.
Yeah, hold on. We have more people here who have something.
Hello, everyone. So, when I was at my mom's and Emery got excited and my son wrote on the wall with crayon. My mom started complaining about us having to repaint the house for her because Emery drew on the wall. It's like, I got it. Took out the LOC wipes out of my bag and wiped it off. And she was just like, so I have a pending order for LOC. I just remember that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Nice.
Anybody else? Okay. Right. So what we had, this was a little while back. I just want to show you how we have 3 LOC customers, and that is we had a combined grand opening. Combined grand openings are very important because when you have a lot of customers there, then there's influence from the customers. So we had one. So my stepmom was there, and she said she wants to try the laundry detergent, and we went through some of the features. And so she became a customer, and through her, 2 of her best friends are customers. And so those are some of the customers we have on the SO8 laundry detergent and the liquid and, the different things that they order, the booster and all of that. So that's how we did it, grand opening.
And then another one.
Nice.
Some.
What do you say, Andrew?
And then the other customer that I have is just an old Amway person. Because I had prospected them getting back in, and they said they just
want a product.
They want.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Those are the best.
Good stuff. What it is. Not that for us for items.
Any more customer experiences? No? Okay. So great stuff, everyone, for sharing their experiences. Shows that even with people who are outside the business or inside the business, everybody loves the products. You can't deny that LLC is probably the best is the best in the world, because one is EPA certified, and you can't beat that. So next, we're going to go into streaming with Miss Carol, showing her wisdom and awesome streaming experience. So Miss Carol, go ahead.
Hello.
Woo! Carol.
I'm Carol Cox. Today I'm going to talk about Marshall Johnson, and the number 4 is RR115. And I'm just going to read a little bit that says the title of his stream is called Prize for Freedom. And then it says, freedom is possible for anyone with the desire to follow their own dreams. I had the pleasure of meeting this man. He is very tall. And when I tell you, when he speaks, it does something to you. Like, it sounds like a wise uncle that you've had in your life. When he was speaking to us and he was telling us, you want something, you need to go get it. You need to fight for it, and you need to make it happen. So I just kept that in my hand, and then when all the streamings come out with him on it, I make sure that I listen to him, and I can literally close my eyes and I can see him speaking about it each stream. So it's really important for us to have that streaming to help you with the business and help you speak to your clients as well. I mean, your candidates as well. And everyone that's new or don't know how to get the streaming, get with the person that you're working with, so you can have streaming, because it really helps you and it really saves you. And then for the catalog, they give you a lot. Every Monday you get 4 or 5. Every week 4 or 5, and it just keep going and going and going. And then it's also, by the catalog, you push a button, and guess what? Women leadership. It just keep going and going and going. It's just awesome. I just want to tell y'all that. And also, one more other thing is the streaming share talk. When you have your new client, you need to speak to them to let them know about share talks, where you could have them listen to the mainstreams, and then you can also see if they listen to it, when y'all meet back up to speak about it. So that's about it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Carol, for that. And Marshall Johnson is actually one of my favorites, because not only was he the first streamer I listened to, but also he was a football player as well, so I could relate to him a lot. And when I first met him, like Carol said, when I first met him, he was very, very cool, very calm. I was like, kind of remind me of me a little bit. So, he was a great person. I didn't get a picture with him, but just talking to him for a brief second. I think it was at spring conference or winter. I can't remember where, but he was in a hotel and he was just talking to everybody, smiling, saying, "Hey, you can do it. This, and that." So that was good. So next, we're gonna go into book, and my boy Rod is gonna tell us about his book and his what he's learned and things along that nature. So Rod, go ahead, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Jonathan. So I'm Rod Wilson, here today to talk about this exciting portion of Pace, which is the book experience. And the book that I'm currently reading is John Maxwell's Developing the Leader Within You 2.0, which is an awesome book. Got it right here, right? With the BWW logo, you see us, all right? So the thing about books, what we have in the business is, our part of the mentorship program It's a book of the month program that allows us to get one book per month, handpicked by the leaders in the business, who already read the book and okayed it for us to have as IBOs that can help us push our business forward by reading these books. And these books not only it's not just like reading them to get through them. You actually want to read them to get content from them to apply the content in your business, and not only in your business but also in your life to help you progress. So what I've been getting out of the book in terms of the process is, in order to grow a large business, we all want to get to, say, phase D of the business. And in order to do that, you have to develop certain leadership qualities. So this book is helping me actually do that by giving me an overview of leadership and then also going through the 5 levels of leadership. Even though I read the 5 levels of leadership book, this takes it to another level and gives you some nuggets that really, really helps. So I highly recommend the Book of the Month program. I have one nugget from the book, and it's about the level 4, which is the people development level. I just want to leave you with this. It says, leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. So leaders become great not because of their power, but because their ability to empower others. And I thought that that was a really, really good quote. There's a ton of nuggets in this book to help you with leadership as you're growing and developing as a leader, because you will have to develop leadership in order to move on in the business. So this book is really, really helpful, helping me get my leadership together. I need it now more than ever. So happy that I'm in this mentorship program, reading these great books, and it's also helping out at work as well too. So that's another good thing. So with that, I'll give it back to the host, Jonathan.
Great stuff, Rod. And
Awesome.
I'm reading that book as well, and a lot of great things I'm learning that I need to work on myself, but I realize that I have, and I just need to improve upon. And being a leader is more than just a position. It's about your connection with others, how you can, like Rod said, how you can empower others. So that's great, Rod, and definitely look to hearing more about it, and of course reading more about it as well. So next we're gonna go into system huddle. So for today's Pace, we're gonna be talking about board plan 2 and follow up 2. So board plan 2 is getting that person to see the opportunity again after board plan 1 or after follow up 1, and to not only meet with the mentors or their team, but also to see if they missed anything, see if they need more questions, answers, things like that nature. And that's what follow up 2 is for as well, is to answer more questions, get their mind settled even more, let them read a couple of books to understand more of the necessary reason on why they should do the business and things like that nature. So I'm not going to explain everything. This is for everybody to participate in. So if you have any experiences with your board plan 2s, with your board plan 2s and your follow up 2s, feel free to talk, and feel free to share your experiences, like what questions you were hit with at your follow up 2, or what things you ran into that somebody may or may not have run into. So yeah, so just go ahead and share. Anybody can go ahead and talk. So yeah. Kenneth, I think you're on mute still.
Yes, because nobody was talking. Yeah, so just the scheduling part of it, getting people to the board plan 2, I like to do that as early as possible, So even at after board plan 1 or at follow up 1, I let them know there are a series of meetings. We're not going to have time to schedule everything now, so why don't we just go ahead and, because we know when our board plans are, and so I try and synchronize it so that the week then when we don't have our plan, and I understand Tallahassee is going that way too, so you may want to follow suit. The week where you do not have an open meeting, that's when you want to have your follow up and your MG1 and MG2, and then synchronize board plan one and board plan two to happen when it's on week, and so that's what I do, and I get a good turnout, and for follow up two, what I've had in the past, my experience has been that even though you went through the time commitments in follow up one, I still review it again in follow up one, and I give them a copy of it, and I also go through the financial commitments. And I tell them, you don't have to have all this financial stuff now, because that's my experience is that a lot of people don't. But if you want to start honoring the partnership and you want to start making the income that you're looking to make, we got to get you to that point where you could financially be viable and invest in your business, And so my experience has been is to expose people as quickly as possible to everything and give them hard copies of the commitments and the investment. And I find it a lot better. This is what I have experienced. I find it a lot better instead of making the offer call and follow up too, is to give them the papers and everything, the commitment and what's expected of them, and let them sleep in it a night or two. I don't want to. I don't want to. There's certain times when you speed up, and there's certain times when you got to slow down, because you got to make sure the person who you have coming on is actually understands what's going on. Not everything, but they understand the commitment in terms of time and money investment. So my personal preference, I'm not saying it's the way to do it, but my personal preference is to let them sleep in it a couple of nights.
Awesome stuff. Anyone else have any experiences they want to share? Valley team. Okay, that's fine too. And a quick question. With your follow-up twos, did you find anything like odd, I guess, or abnormal red flags that you ran into?
Oh yeah, the red flags are typically going to be you see, because when people say they're busy, what I have found is that everybody's busy. I can get busy watching kung fu movies.
I know that's right.
Right. So what I have found is that when people say they're busy, what they mean is that I really don't know how to manage my time, and I don't know how to prioritize that. So I have in the past with people say, let me see your calendar, and some people don't have it and some people do, and it's a time management issue. And then you might have what you call rabbit chasers. Rabbit chasers are people who have like 10 initiatives going on all at the same time. They're not bad people. It's just that they can't say no, and so they have all of these rabbits they're chasing. And I like to tell them I'm a rabbit rider. I ride one rabbit. I don't chase all of these different rabbits. No, that's what I tell them. That's what I tell them. And I tell them you gotta make up your mind. You gotta make up your mind. You wanna, what is it that you want? And so the whole follow-up too might be a prioritized. But anybody could say, I agree to this money and I agree to this time I gotta put in and I agree to this thing. But when the time comes, it's a different story. So you gotta tell them, look, don't waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. I'm not saying that you have all the money all the time now, but do you agree that this is our goal, where we want to get here?
Okay. Awesome.
And anybody else?
Anybody else?
And that's if you haven't done a follow-up one or follow-up two, it's not a big deal. It's not only certain people can do it. You can do an MG1 or MG2. You could do follow-up one and follow-up two. It's actually simpler. Yeah, a lot of people think that, I gotta have how many years in the business. No, man. Get out there and do the damn thing. Sorry, I mean Reservoir Campton. Got kids in the room.
Well, that's good. Good stuff. So, I guess we'll just move on to any new people. Any new people to?
People who went to conference for the first
Oh
time.
yes, yeah, that's a good one. Yes, thank you, Nadia. Thank you. Any new people who went to FED want to share their experiences? Yeah, go ahead, Dexter. Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
Dexter, come on up here, man. Come on now, y'all invite Dexter. Yay!
It was my first one, and I don't know what to say after that. It was my first one.
You can say anything that any new takeaway that you got, what you enjoyed the most. I know it's kind of hard to pour down in one thing, but
one thing I did focus on, I did catch my attention. I can't remember who said it, but I remember they said
we're getting echo. Somebody mute you. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say one thing that did catch my attention was I cannot remember who said it, but they said always remember that you're good enough and be your own hero.
Yeah.
That was one thing. I cannot remember which one said that, but they did.
Yeah, Nardoni.
Hey, Nardoni. Thank you.
Nardoni's wife, right?
Claudia Nardoni, yeah.
That's one of the main things that did catch my attention. It said, be your own hero, and you always remember that you're good enough, because it lets you know that when whether you get a no, whether you get somebody or not, it's not you, it's them. You know that you're not doing nothing wrong. Right? So that's one thing that caught my attention.
And I love what she says about the fact that you don't. I don't need your approval. I don't care if you like.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was actually out there laughing at that one. Yeah, I was actually laughing at that one because I tell people that so many times throughout the day, especially at work. I'm for real. Yeah, and it causes sometimes it causes arguments, and I'd be like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you over this. I don't care. Because I mean, no.
And what was one actionable item you have?
You're gonna take away from.
Okay, I went there, I saw this. Yeah. What from FED are you implementing or going to implement?
Like what it pushes me to do? Is that what you
yeah, something. Oh, yeah, I heard that. I when I get back, I'm gonna do it.
Oh well, really, one thing that actually pushed me was my 30-day core run.
Okay.
But the reason why I didn't get into my 30-day core run is because I ended up getting sick literally the day after we got back. So I was sick throughout the week, and I didn't get better until yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was one thing that actually pushed me because we haven't done my 30-day core run yet. Right. But that's one thing that I even told Nadia and Compton that that's what I was focused on getting on when I got back.
Awesome stuff, Dexter. Brandon and Crystal, y'all wanna talk a second?
Sometimes, and the team.
Or Brandon, I mean, it don't matter. Y'all won, so it's all good.
Yes, it was awesome. But every speaker had an impact on me. But one that stood out to me was Shivaram and Angelique Kumar.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? Yeah, they were awesome.
That's your upline.
Yes.
That's what campus said.
The only thing between you and Dream is 5 seconds. And so it's like 50 seconds a day. Like you meet somebody and it's just like you have the thought of talking to them about whatever it is, their pants, their watch, whatever it is, and then within that 5 seconds you might talk yourself out of it. So, it's all about the 5 seconds. And what do you want to do? What do you do? What do you want and when do you want it by? And he also said, don't ask a yes or a no question. You're going to, there's a quote he said, you're going to marry me, right? He was talking about his wife. You're going to marry me, right? So what's the problem? You know what I mean? That was just a couple tidbits that I got from the FED, but it was awesome. It was life-changing, and it got me motivated to grow my business. And I'm thankful that Mr. Kenneth and especially my wife kept pushing me to go because I was trying to find every reason to back out.
Hey, at least he's honest.
The actionable item?
The actionable item is the 5 seconds. Like I combined it, you know what I mean? So it's just like when I see somebody, I'm going to make it my business to talk to them.
Awesome.
Crystal.
So I can attest to him actually doing that. Like the past week, we've gotten so many contacts from him just going up and just say, hi, how you doing? And just like starting a conversation. So like I definitely see those 5 seconds, no more questioning. He's just going out there and doing it. I definitely see that change.
Awesome.
Awesome.
But for me, it was definitely life-changing in regards to like even, it's like I got so many random visions that I just like kept writing stuff down, like in regards to like even hearing what Bill Britt did in regards to putting in different options for vitamins, and like it's like certain things were clicking in my head like, wow, I could do that too. I want to be a part of that, and I want to do a part of that for the hairline or for this line or for something. And then the 3 talks that actually stood out to me was the one from Claudia Nardoni, especially about herself and self-image and her not fitting the mold, and her like, you know, doubting herself because people were saying that she would make it because she's so different. At times I was told the same thing, that like, you're so different, you're so strange, but I'm not supposed to fit in.
That's right.
And it doesn't really matter if you think I fit in or not.
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care. So that was like definitely hit home for me, and definitely what Brandon said about the 5 seconds. Another thing that Kumar said that also stuck out to me was when he said it's not about the 25, there's 25%, 25%, and 50%. The first 25% is work ethic, and the second one is mentorship. And it's not about those two. It's about the 50%. That's like, it's sort of like a supernatural thing that just kicks in when you're exhausted. When you're exhausted. And I have experienced that a lot of times. So to even hear him say that, I was just like, wow, cool, okay. The energy was awesome. It was like an air of motivation, of peace, of excitement. It was just like, wow, this is like where I want to be. This is like
You want to bottle up that.
Yes, just bottle up and like take a whiff of it during the day. Yeah, just throw it up in the atmosphere.
That's right.
But yeah, it was just like the speakers were awesome, and then like just the way the whole audience was reacting to like what was going on was epic as well. You know what I mean? Because I can listen to a whole bunch of motivational things in my ears at work, but it's just like seeing the atmosphere at work and seeing all like the down people and everything, and trying to like fight that in my ears is totally different than hearing it and seeing the speakers move and seeing the passion within their eyes, or you know, hearing the audience respond to them. So it was just a really exciting.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the third thing, before I forget, the third thing, it was like a mind widening perspective when they were talking about free enterprise and the purpose of free enterprise and the awesomeness of this country. And it's just like, it literally made me think about a whole bunch of perspectives that was forced upon me society-wise growing up about America not being such a great place, because they made it seem as if things were taken away when there's possibility for you to do so much. And it is awesome and it is great. And a lot of people complain about, oh, America's this and America's that. Even now, if you look on social media, everybody's feed is something about Trump this, Trump that. But to be honest with you, if you really think about it, what he's really supporting is free enterprise.
Yeah.
It's really not racism that he's really talking about. He may play out that to distract people, but he's really talking about he wants to make America great again by bringing back free enterprise.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it was a whole mind changer. Like, I would have never said that. I would have never said that like a few years ago. But I'm just like, wow, like that was awesome.
Good stuff.
right, awesome stuff. We got some people online. Jonathan, we got a
Yes.
couple of people online.
Yeah. Gene, I know was your first time. You can go ahead and speak on your experiences on.
Yeah. Well, my experience, for me, man, it was an awesome experience. I mean, from the time I got there all the way till it ended, because Rodney and Roderick was telling me about FED since I joined the business, and I was like, man, they're over talking it, man. Whatever, it's whatever. And then all of a sudden, they was like, yeah, man, you could be running to diamonds anywhere, and I was like, nah, he's lying. Whatever, okay, hype it up. And then when I actually got there, I actually like on the way to Miss Seeley's room, I ran into Nadia's brother. Nadia's brother in the hotel room. I was like, oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. So that was an awesome experience. And then on the way out, we ran into Sanjeev. And then after that, I was like, wow, you wasn't playing. Like, this is actually an experience for me. And then when I got in there, they started it off with an awesome speaker of mine. Well, not mine, but the one that I like the most is oh man, my mind is just everywhere, just thinking. But who was he? He was the one that said the powerful lines to me. He said, "You'll take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back." Yeah, Charlie. Yeah, Durso. Charlie Durso. That's his name. He's my favorite speaker, and I never forgot his name until now. It was like a brain fart just now. But when he said that, he was like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and that just laid out the whole map for me. It was like, wow. So it's like and that one thing he said, he pretty much told you the whole business. You will work your butt off and fail a lot to get that 1 extra inch forward. And I was like, what? Like, this is a grind. This is really a grind. He really means what he's talking about. And then after that, that really got me thinking. And then what really pushed me to like really think about it was when I keep forgetting them. Right when I got their names in my mind, they just disappear. They just disappear. I don't know what happened, but you know what? I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. But oh my goodness, I feel bad forgetting their names. I listen to their audios like every day. The youngest Diamonds. Nick and Stephanie. Nick. Yes, Nick and Stephanie Nwoki. Yes. Nick and Stephanie Nwoki. I am out of it today. But hey, so I'm listening to their talks and I'm like, wow, like listening to their audios, it was like, wow, I felt like I was with them through their whole journey. Not really, but I felt that way. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, she's pregnant. And I was like, what? They can do that. So, I was like, are you serious? Like, that's craziness, man. And then the stuff he talked about, him losing his voice, her talking a little bit about her history. I was like, man, this type of environment is just awesome. I see Roger down there crowd surfing. I'm like, oh my goodness, man, this is awesome. And then all of a sudden, this was the like breaking point for me, man, because I was already hyped up on FED goodness. I'm all ready to go. I'm talking to Aaron. Aaron, man, let's get out of here. Let's go talk to some people. That's how I felt. And then the new diamonds from, I believe, Korea or China.
China. No, actually, they were
Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, those guys really hit me. They hit me so hard, man. It just hit me hard. Virginia was the only one to witness it. Virginia and Aaron. I was like, man, like I was tearing up. I was crying. I was like, man, this is serious. Like, they're immigrants and they made it. And I was like, my mom brought us here to America because she's an immigrant too. And it's like, what? Like, it really hit hard. It really did hit hard. And I was like, wow, this is some serious good stuff. So in all, that whole experience was awesome. I love the environment. And just like I forgot who said it. I'm sorry if I forgot your name, but you literally just said you went to work and then you saw the environment over there compared to what you've seen at FED. And then I was like, yeah, I felt the same way. I came here and I'm like, I looked at my manager in the eye. I was like, man, I'm gonna get out of here. You know that, right? He's like, whatever you say, Gene Joseph. And I'm like, all right, cool. You'll see. But all in all, man, the whole experience was good. And I also wrote down a good note. And the note says, it says breakthroughs are only as good as your follow through, and I felt like that was a good quote that they said on stage. But yeah, the experience over there is at FED. My experience for me, it was like 100 out of 100. It was perfect. It was everything they said. It was hyped up perfectly, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to the next one with this time my own legs. And speaking of legs, Charlie D'Urso so savage on stage. 6 legs ain't nothing. He's trying to tell everybody. I'm like, wow. I'm working hard to get this 6 legs, and you're saying it's not enough. That really did hit hard. I was like, wow, man. I'm just getting in. He's still kicking me. But yeah, that's all I have for my FED experience. It was a wonderful experience.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
Julia
Rose.
Jonathan.
Yes, sir.
Julia Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I think her thing is off the mute.
Oh yeah, Julia, you're on mute if you're trying to talk. Oh,
it's okay.
All right, Jonathan, go ahead.
All right, so next we're gonna have our. Well, we want to do promotion, or you want to do wrap up, or promotion then wrap up.
The wrap up and the promotion for the BBS is done by Campton Naja, as written.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get our awesome uplines, our fearless leaders, confident not precise. So everybody, give a round of applause, stand, cheer. You know what to do.
All right.
Oh, Cop, I see you getting skinny, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. How's everybody doing?
Good.
A great pace as usual. Everyone keeps getting better, like a fine wine, you know. And FED was phenomenal. You know, the best part for me was Kakani that was teaching the Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
And so that I think Charlie D'Urso, somebody came up and said an Indian guy teaching everybody about the Constitution, but it took time and he studied it. And I've never seen at FED function ever so quiet when he had his speech about the Constitution. It was all about patriotism and all that stuff. It was great, wonderful stuff. And you know, JJ, you gotta trust your apply. When they tell you that you're gonna experience this thing and see all those diamonds, you know, what they said was real, right? So next time you make sure you have your phone ready to take pictures and selfies with them. You know?
Yes, sir.
For me, actually, the Saturday night was the highlight with the Papalardo family. You know, we are building our business with our children, and that just was like a fast forward to what we're striving for, what we're Kamta and I, you know, we've always seen our family up there as a legacy building family, and seeing it there just crystallized everything for me, because you know, from the time we came back, we sat down with, you know, our children. You know, it was the first time they were actually like really teary eyes about, really emotionally about actually building this business. Because
in fact, Divya wants to work part-time and build a business full-time.
Yeah, and for them to get to that level where, you know, that burn or that drive to really get this thing done, we saw it crystallize this last weekend, and we just can't wait. I mean, like I said, flash forward is what we saw on that stage on Saturday night, and coming back, Anya is ready to get started. She's been building her list. I think she has 25 names right now, and you know, she actually you know, artistry. I don't know if you guys are familiar or even know about the artistry new collection. The New York collection just came out. And so the day it came out, we ordered it and it came the next day. So we got the whole collection. And what Anya did is she put on the whole thing, and she just goes out everywhere she goes, fully, you know, facial all done. So we went out today, and then
this lady at the counter said to her, "Oh my God, I love your makeup." And then I turned and I said, "Oh yeah, she's a makeup consultant." And the girl was like, "What? You have a page? You have a Instagram?" So exchange Instagram right away. She goes, "I will be in touch with you." So I was like, hey, that's a way to start, right? Market the product. Yeah. And then she's excited about, getting her own artistry page. Then we went out yesterday to a restaurant. Same thing, same compliments. And I was like, man, it's so easy for you to sell these products. And then with the new artistry app, it makes it even that much easier. So, we're excited about, where everything is heading in our business. I mean, it's since the new year started, since we came back actually from the conference, we have been out there every single day. I mean, he went out one day and I think he got three numbers in
three conversations, three numbers.
Three conversations, three numbers. And basically yesterday was the same thing for us. People are looking. People are definitely looking. You just open up your mouth. And I love what Sanjeev was talking about in his training last night. For all the people who have listened into his training, it was very simple, but you have to read between the lines in terms of his lingo and the language and what he's saying. Understand that's the power. It's that, I mean, the process itself, can be very robotic, can be very, but when you use those particular lingo that he was talking about, when he texts people back and he says, so that we can, see if we have the same mindset and all that. I wrote it down word for word what he was saying, because I feel that's, if you're not getting that connection and if you're not going beyond a certain point in your conversation, maybe you need to, go back and study what he was, go back and study what he was saying in those, I know it's on Facebook, it was live, but you can still see it, I believe. But it was excellent.
And so, with the point that Nadia was making, today we had BP2 on follow-up 2. Now, the only person that said anything about a follow-up 2 or BP2 was Kenneth. So it means that the rest of the team didn't have any BP2 or follow-up 2. That's okay. So you need to go back up and see, before you go to a BP2, right? You need to have had a follow-up 1. So see where at the follow-up 1, why you're not able to move to a BP2. Okay, so that's how you analyze your business. Right.
And what I would suggest, and you heard it all weekend, is to get back with your coach. Like Sanjeev even said it last night. You have to play with your coach, and if you're having those conversations daily, and you're texting your coach or you're messaging them, however you're communicating BMP, then you should be saying back what the conversation is, so that's the only way really that they'll be able to mentor you through that process. That he said, she said conversation that he talked about that goes back and forth. You need to do that with your upline, because through that process, there's something might be missing and that disconnect happens. But if you say to your coach, being his, having all the experience that they do, they can be able to, pick that up and be able to help you with that. So, and I love that, what he talked about. So.
And from like he was speaking last night also, about from phase A to phase B, which is the learning phase for everyone, all IBOs, new IBOs. If you are not able to complete, I cannot understand why find it so hard, unless you got sick like Dexter, for someone to complete a 30-day core run without having to restart a 30-day core run multiple times. You gotta assume, hey, this is my business. This is like an assignment in class. If you're going to for your thesis or something, this is the requirement of it, I'm absolutely sure you will do it. So this is an absolute needed thing for you to learn. Your 30-day core run, make sure that everyone either restart your 30-day core run and go through it fully. Because if you don't do a 30-day core run, you cannot move on to the 90-day core run. Exactly. So like Sandy said, you can't move from A, skip B, and go to C. Right? You're wasting your time, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're fooling yourself. Yeah, you're fooling yourself, you're wasting your time.
Exactly. And I think that one of the most important thing about the whole process is the transparency, right? And if you're actually out there doing the work, the results are gonna come. Again, you wanna how to play with your upline, your growing upline, whoever your mentor is, whoever you're working with. You have to make sure that you're, again, whatever that he say, she say conversation that's going on with your mentor, so that they can be able to fix that, so that you can move on from that level to get to the, you know, MG1, MG2, and all those things. If you're having a problem in terms of dropping the message, and I believe I spoke with T-Lay about that, and you know, basically all you guys, for the people who haven't started dropping the message yet, the thing is that you have to perfect your story.
Right.
You have to know when somebody asks you a question about, you know, what do you do? If you're humming and you can't really come up and saying you know, what you do, then you've lost it. You know, so people aren't interested. You've lost them right there. So make sure that you have your story down pat, that when somebody, you know, asks you a question, that you're able to. I did that yesterday with a young lady, remember in the furniture store, and same thing. I dropped a message with her, and she said, absolutely, I'm looking. You know, exchange numbers. I text her about an hour later and said it was really nice meeting you, and she was still at work. You know, she just texted me right back and says, you know what, I can't wait to meet with you again. So the thing about it is, it's all about the conversations, and depending on the quality of conversations that you have. It's not so much how many, but the quality in terms of the connection would determine whether or not you're going to move forward in the process. So.
It's not just about writing your story out. You have to practice it. Like Sanjeev said and Aja just said, you practice it, so it comes out natural, you know, because that's where you have that chance where you create that impression upon this individual that you're speaking with, you know. Like for myself and the kids, Navina, Divya, and Anya, we have them write out their story and they practice it with us on themselves, you know. I used to do that too with Nadia initially when we started the business, you know. And who said it here? I think it was Dexter or you, Brandon said 5 seconds, right? Don't waste time. That 5 seconds is very important.
It's critical.
It's critical, you know. And whenever you're going out there, also the way you dress properly, you know, because again, impression, you know. And go there, share your story, you know, and you'll get better at it all the time, you know.
And I believe that, and Kumar had spoke about this. I think this is not the first time we've heard it, but when we were in Sanjeev's house, he did speak about the 5 seconds. Actually, he said 10 seconds, you know, 10 seconds. That he says in the morning when I wake up, it's all about discipline, right? He says, I would love to have a cup of chai, but I know that's not what I'm supposed to do, you know, and he talks about his routine and the things that he does. So he says that quick minute or that 10 seconds of decision that he decides to do would determine what the results that he's going to get. So basically, that's all it is, guys. You know, don't even think about it. If you see a sharp couple, like Sanjeev said, you know you should be talking to them, then just go for it. Don't even hesitate. Don't overthink it. Don't think, you know, because you'll talk yourself out of it.
Absolutely.
You'll talk yourself completely out of it, and it would go nowhere. So.
And it's amazing. People love to talk. Yeah. You know, you just got to find some commonality, something like one guy I met, Anya was with me, Nadia and her dad went out, and we, you know, looking to buy a vehicle for Anya, so we going around the place looking at stuff. And this guy was sharp. He dressed tight, business suit, and his shoes was just like mine. So, in fact, he wasn't the person that was, you know, showing me around. But I saw him out to the side of my eye. And I approached him, you know. I said, man, that's a nice shoe. You see how people look at you also? He said, it's just like yours. Yeah. And his shoes was exactly the same kind of shoes. I said, man, you're just nice and sharp. You know, compliment. And then we went on to talk, and within the conversation, he's married, he's got 2 kids, one is 6, one is 1 year old. The kid's birthday was yesterday, and he's not looking for this to be a career, he's looking for a business. Wow. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Awesome. Right now, I don't know if we're gonna connect it to our business, but like Nadia did, I got a number, I texted him, I think, he said, sir, I got your name and number now, looking forward to meeting you. You know? So if you do the message right, the conversation right, you would always get a good number. Okay.
I think that's it. We have our open this Tuesday for our people in Atlanta. It is on Tuesday, and our BBS dates. Did we get that out yet?
No.
Just stay tuned for BBS. It is in November, so it's going to be in next
before
month.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, it's going to be next month. So go ahead.
Yeah. Nadia and I are planning Thanksgiving lunch, brunch. Not then it will be too late for the team. only for active IBOs. All right, it means you have to be a part of the process doing stuff, and we're just gonna need some numbers so that we can prepare for you guys.
All right. I think that's it. We're done. So see you guys. Make sure that you're making your phone calls and get into your phone team right now, because that is very critical to make sure that you're moving forward in terms of, you know, MG1, MG2. So that's it, guys. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's it.